Welcome to the Sports Betting Preview Show, a pregame.com podcast. This is part 1 of 4, and we're going to take a look at Denver at the Lakers. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined by Vegas Runner. As we normally do, we go to Vegas Runner for the numbers on the game, but we're taping on Thursday. This game is played Sunday. Denver goes to L.A., ABC TV, 3:30. So we've got to make the lines on the game, and we're going to go to Vegas Runner, and then I'll tell you what I think.
You know what I like, honestly? I give you guys my word, dude, on my child, and I don't swear on her very often. We don't even ask each other what we give out before we do this. This is the best part, because I'm interested to see what he has, because I know his reasoning and how he thinks, and I know he's anxious to see what I gave out. At least I hope he is.
Yes, I am.
Thank you. All right. I made the Lakers a 5.5-point home favorite, and I made the total 207.
Okay. Well, I made the Lakers a 7.5-point favorite. And the Lakers clearly the best team in basketball.
Okay.
They're playing with double revenge.
Yeah, they are.
And the last time they played, the line was 8, but
yeah.
I do believe in that game Carmelo was out. But, you know, Lakers in revenge, you're always going to pay a premium.
For them, sure.
And Denver right now is not playing as hot as they were earlier in the year. So I think
they're 5-5. Their last 10 straight up.
So there's going to be a little bit of a line adjustment that way.
You're right.
I don't have an official free pick on this game. I do have a lean. We'll get to it. But the things that struck me about this game, and it's almost like deja vu for this game to a couple games we've done the past 2 weeks in the podcast. And I'm going to refer back to Cleveland, Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay? And the Cleveland-Orlando, when we talked about that series, it was like Orlando had something to say Cleveland had something to say because Orlando knocked them out of the conference finals.
Yeah.
When Cleveland went to Orlando at the beginning of the season, they beat Orlando in Orlando. Then when they came back for the second meeting, it was in Cleveland.
I used Cleveland that game.
Cleveland took care of business.
The third time you used Orlando.
I used Orlando because now the revenge had been served on both.
I used them Sunday too on my card.
You know, so
I hear you.
You got the same thing here. Denver opened the season. It was very early in the season, and they took it to the Lakers.
Yeah, they did.
105-79. And then they came back February 5th, went to the Lakers, and 126-113 is an 8-point underdog. So they got their double revenge. Now, the Lakers, they're PO'd. I mean,
This a team they got to get over.
This is a team that's all of a sudden trying to say, you ain't as good as you think you are. And the Lakers are going to have to just give them a little slap and remind them with their championship ring up alongside their head that we are still the NBA champions. And if you plan on going anywhere, you're going to have to come through LA.
I agree. To be honest with you, I'm not at a position yet to tell you I have a strong opinion either way, and I take these podcasts so seriously that I like to give strong opinions when I have one, and in this case I just don't, because I do need to see how the number's going to come out, because truth is Denver beat them up when they went to LA, and the way they beat them up was by hitting 57% field goals and 68% from the three-point line. Now that's not easily duplicated. You know, it's not something you could do every time you go into LA. So, I mean, from that standpoint, I have to lean LA, that they got to be able to do a little better, at least their perimeter defense, and hold this team, you know, not to 68% from the three-point line. Because what happened in that game, I remember, both teams had a double-digit lead at one point. So it wasn't like wire to wire, start to finish, blowout. Denver jumped on them, and that was the end.
No.
It was, there's very little you could do when a team goes on a 6-minute, run where they go, hit 6 straight threes. That's 20 quick points almost right away. A game that's tied is all of a sudden a 20-point game. And I think that's more or less what happened in that one. So that's the only reason I really have to see how these teams come into this game, number one. and just do a little more work as far as the matchup goes.
Well, situation here, I think the Lakers, it is going to be a statement game, as we like to say. They gave up 100 both games. I think defensively, the Lakers, they're going to take some pride in shutting this team
That's
down.
where I was leaning. I said, if you held a gun to my head right now, Marco, and said bet the game, I'd say under. Because that game, the last game that was 126-113, the total was set at 199.5. Actually, that's what it went off at. So I figure they're going to adjust it, but you can only adjust so much. You're not going to make a 15-point adjustment on a total.
Right.
So I think they're going to adjust it up to around 206, 207, right around there. And I think because of that, we might have some value in the under. Because, again, I don't see Denver shooting 57% field goals and 68% from the three-point line against the Lakers again. On the flip side, the Lakers shot 45% field goals, 30% from the three-point line. So that's about average for the season. You're not going to do too much better field goal-wise. You might do a little better some games three-point line. So, I mean, the Lakers did what they do in that game. It's just, I'm telling you, Denver was able to hit those rainbows and get out to that kind of crazy lead.
I'll tell you, the other thing here in this game, and I like to do a lot of different things in my handicapping. I mean, I read the line, I look at situations, and situational handicapping is a big part of my arsenal. And from a situational standpoint, Denver's playing their third game in 4 days. But really, because this is on ABC, at 3:30 Eastern, you're talking 12:30 local time.
Right.
They're playing 3 games in basically 3.5 days.
Yeah, it's a morning game. They're not playing at 8 at night, 9 at night.
Right. So this is a tough spot for the Nuggets.
That's what I think. And I think what we're going to see is a flip. We're going to see Denver struggle shooting, and I think we're going to see the Lakers have more success. Because, I mean, let's face it, Denver's 22nd in points allowed, 17th in field goal percentage defensively. So, I mean, they're not monsters on the defensive end. So I think at home, Lakers could have some success. And if they're able to shut down Denver, I think we're looking at a lower scoring game than what many may believe, especially when you see what happened last game. And the perception is they should both break 100. If they both break 100, should be able to get over that 205, 207 mark. So I think there is some value in the under myself.
Well, I have no official play. I give a lean to the Lakers and a lean to the under in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Maybe come Sunday after, the weekend and see what happens in a couple of these other games that Denver plays. They play tonight.
Yeah, they play tonight on prime time, too.
So we'll look at that and see if I have anything else. But that's going to wrap up this one. Now, we have a new feature at pregame. When you're watching our videos at pregame.tv, if you go into the comment section, you can make a prediction on this game. And if you predict the final score of this game, we're going to give you $100 in pregame dollars. You can use it to site by anybody that you want, buy their plays, and we got a lot of great guys here at the site. 100 free bucks for just guessing the score, guys. So go ahead in the comment section, let us know what you think, what you feel the final score is going to be. VR and I laid the groundwork for you, so see what you can do with that. This has been the preview of the Denver Laker game. Remember, you can watch all of our videos at pregame.tv, but if you want to just download and listen, go to iTunes, search for pregame.com, and you'll be able to find all of our podcasts. You can subscribe, download, listen to all of our podcasts. Some guys have said VR and me, we've got better faces for radio.
Yeah, so you can do the audio.
Yeah, so just do the audio if you want. That's the first of 4. We'll be back with segment number 2 in a moment.